Hey, it's Iris helping you to find your passion and make it your work. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 questions that you should be asking yourself before making a career change. Because making a career change is a big deal. And I hope that the 3 questions that I'll be sharing in today's video will help you to figure out A, if you are ready to make a career change, and B, how to go about it. So before I spill those beans, as always, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you like my channel, then please subscribe to it. You can do this via the subscribe button below this video or over my website by hopping onto my email list. It's on irissmith.com and I'll share the link to that in the description box below this video. All right, let's get to it. So you're thinking about making a career change. That is so great. I'm so excited. So when I've worked with people who are considering making a career change, I've noticed that they often fall into 2 camps. The first camp are those people who are kind of go like, I think I want to make a career change, but I'm not 100% sure if it's right for me. So I'm going to be sharing 2 questions in this video that will hopefully give you that clarity whether or not you should make a career change. The second group of people, the second camp of people, are the people who know they need to make a career change. They know they want to make a career change. They know that they're currently not in the right career, but they don't know when to make that career change. They might kind of go like, I might need to stay in my current career for another year, maybe 2 years, maybe even 5 or 10 years. So I'm going to be sharing 1 question with you today that will help you to get clarity around when to make a career change. All right, let's start with the first question. Now let's focus on should you make a career change, around getting clarity around that. And the first question is, what am I missing? Ask yourself, what exactly am I missing? Now, this requires a little bit of self-reflection, but it's very important to understand what it is that is feeling off or that's not feeling right at the moment. Because sometimes we're simply feeling a little bit off in our current career, and that could be because of a bad boss or a team that we're not getting along with or a project that's not going as we hoped it would. And maybe we're at the wrong organization as well. But when we take a little bit of time off to reflect and think about what exactly am I missing? What's wrong? What doesn't feel right? And what would I like? What other things would I like to do or would I like to experience in my job? We then realize that we can actually get that maybe in quite a similar role at a different organization. Maybe you've simply lost the passion for what you're currently doing because you've been doing it too long at the same organization or even in the same industry, and a change up of organization or change up of industry, but then a similar role could be just what you are needing right now. On the other hand, some people, when they take this time off and when they start to reflect a little bit, they realize that actually what they're doing currently, the role that they're doing currently, doesn't suit them at all, and what's missing is something much bigger that requires a big career change. So ask yourself, what exactly am I missing, and could I get this in a similar role elsewhere? All right, moving on to question number 2, and that is 10 years from now, would I regret not doing this? And this is such a powerful question to ask yourself. So imagine continuing doing what you're doing right now, a similar role, maybe in a different organization, maybe even a different industry, but you're continuing to doing roughly what you are doing right now. How would that make you feel 10 years from now? Imagine yourself 10 years older. Would you look back on that kind of thinking, oh, gosh, no, I wish I'd made a change earlier? Or would you be happy with that? Now, I want you to be really honest with yourself when you're answering this question, and also realize that there's no wrong answer here. Because if you fast forward 10 years from now and you realize that actually, I wouldn't regret staying in the role or the industry that I'm in right now, staying at the same organization as I'm in right now, then that's totally cool. But on the flip side, if you realize, okay, 10 years from now, I would have regretted not making a move, not doing something else, not making that change, then that is telling. That is so important to realize that, and then you have to go and do something with that. Doesn't mean that you need to hand in your notice tomorrow and make that change, but it does mean that you need to think about that change. You need to think about what you are going to do about this feeling that you need to do something differently. You need to take that seriously. And for my clients, the people I've worked with, what I've noticed is that this question, 10 years from now, will you regret not doing this, is often what's most eye-opening to them. That's what makes them realize, yes, I need to do something else. To be fair, more often, yes, I need to do something else. Then no, I am happy continue to do what I'm doing. All right, so if you have decided to make a career change, if you know it's the right thing for you to do, then the next question that you need to ask yourself, question number 3, is what do I need to sort out before I make a career change? Now, this is much more of a practical question, but it's a very important one to ask yourself. And what I'd like you to do is to put the things that you need to sort out into 2 categories. So one category are must-dos, and the other category is nice-to-dos or nice-to-haves. And in the must-dos, let me give an example to explain what I'm talking about here, is, for example, the must-do might be a financial safety net. It's important to have enough savings behind you to weather the upcoming years, especially if you're going into something that's a lot more uncertain. So a lot of people fear that they run out of money, they end up broke, end up being unable to provide for their family. So that's one thing that you must sort out before you are making a career change. Another thing that will fall in that must-do category or group would be, for example, a mortgage. If you currently have a mortgage and you need to remortgage within the next maybe year, 2 years, 3 years, then it's worthwhile thinking about how you're going to do that and how you are planning your career change around that, especially if you are going from a steady corporate career where you have a monthly income, monthly salary, to working for yourself. Because if you work for yourself, then it's much harder to get a mortgage. So these are the things that I'm talking about when I'm talking about must-dos, essential things that are really, really important to sort out before you are making a big career change. Now, nice to haves are things that are, like it says on the tin, they are nice to have, but they're not absolutely essential. So something there, for example, could be getting a promotion. That might be nice to have, to leave that as your final role on your CV when you leave the corporate world or when you move into something else, but it might not be, depending on your situation, might not be absolutely necessary. Or it could be a renovation on your house. That's a nice thing. Again, depending on your situation, obviously. But if you are living in a house that is absolutely fine, but you'd like to redo the kitchen or redo the bathroom for any kind of reason, it's not 100% necessary, then it's a nice to have. Yes, it'd be nice to sort that out whilst you're still in your steady corporate career, whilst you're going into maybe a few years of the unknown, uncertainty, but it's not 100% necessary. And why it's so important to make this distinction between must-dos and nice-to-haves is because if you think about all the things that you would like to do, all the nice-to-haves, then you can just keep on putting off making that career change for years to come, because it's nice to do this thing, it's nice to do that thing, it's nice to have that thing, but they're not essential. So it's important to see the difference between the two before you make a career change, and to not use the nice-to-haves as a reason or as an excuse to procrastinate. All right, those were the 3 questions I have for you. How was that? What do you think of that? Was that useful? I'd love to hear in the comments. Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching yet another one of my episodes. I love doing this. I love seeing your comments. I love hearing what you think of it. So thank you so much for watching up until here. If you have liked it, then you must have liked it. If you've liked it, you must have liked it. What am I saying? If you watch it up until here, then you must have liked it. So please hit that thumbs up button, leave a like. And if you've seen some of my videos, some of my other videos, and you are liking what you're seeing, then why don't you subscribe to my channel? You can do that by hitting the subscribe button below this video or signing up to my email list over on irissmith.com. I'll add the link to that in the description below this video. Up to you, can subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Can subscribe either way. I think it's time for me to stop talking. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye.